What is going on, guys? DBG here, and today we are with the co-host Dale.
What's going on, everyone? How we doing?
And we have also got a guest, which I know a lot of you guys are going to be interested in. And it was going to be our first guest, so I was like, why not start off with a bang? A person that a lot of you guys probably haven't heard from since one infamous day in May 2020. But one of the guys that I've been friends with in years and really want to have on, just even hear his side of that event, what's happened since, and something that if you guys can't look back and laugh at this stage, take a step back from 2K and just reassess everything. If you cannot laugh at that situation a year on, reassess everything to do with the game. Just calm down. But anyway, it is AMBISH. So introduce yourself if people don't know.
Yo, what's going on? My name is AMBISH from Brooklyn, New York. I blew up, a few times on 2K, and right now my ventures are in music. I got back to music, I want to say, since it's April. I want to say about 10 months ago, and we've been doing well. I've been succeeding in music, and we got like a project coming. We got a lot, man. Like we went from only being like a 2K player in a sense. Even though the plan was always to get back to music, I promised myself after 100,000 on Twitch, I would. You know what I'm saying? And we got back to that. And even though the road has been a little bumpy, like it's still right on target because people love the music and we still got people like ready for it. Going crazy. Big
time. So, obviously myself and AMBISH we've known each other for years since 2017. True. Probably.
I want to say, 2016, yeah, bro. You know how I know 2016?
Because you hated me, and you had
not even that. It was MT Wars.
Yes, it was that angry Discord thing.
Oh man,
this was like
so stupid.
It was just the most petty from all. Like I was just thinking back, and I was like, every one of us was dumb. Everyone in that situation was just like, oh, this is.
I feel like we was just operating based on the way that we thought things were supposed to operate. You know what I'm saying? And
no one was in the right. Good. No one was in the right in that scenario. But we'll talk about that a little bit later. So I want to start this off because this is something that is going to resonate with a lot of the viewers. And obviously Dale, until 25-30 minutes ago, we were talking before this, hadn't ever spoke to AMBISH. So I'm guessing that this is going to be a lot of this is going to be just kind of. A lot of people do have a preconception of you, and you know that yourself in the 2K community. Yeah. So as someone that would be part of that group, so Dale, what was your kind of initial thoughts after that whole AMBISH situation from last year? As someone who didn't know
I'm probably not in the same boat as like most people. As you said, like if you can't look back and laugh at it, just reassess the whole thing. But I found it funny at the time anyway. Like I thought it was just kind of a funny situation. Like it was blown probably way out of proportion because it was a Jeremy Lin in May. Like
nobody even used the card, bro. Like people were saying it was like 2,000 MT. Like, what the fuck is this?
That's what I was saying. Like, people were getting in their feels about a Jeremy Lin in May. I was just like, this is just hilarious. Like, I don't understand why people are losing their minds so much over a Jeremy Lin card. Like, okay, fair enough if you're going like, oh, we were promised like a guaranteed Opal locker code, but it's a Jeremy Lin that like probably 90% of people weren't even going to use in the first place.
Crazy, bro. You
Like, yeah, I didn't like take it as seriously as some people did. I mean, granted, I had like that insane team, so like I was definitely not benefiting from a Jeremy Lin, but I don't know. The way it was just blowing up on the timeline, I just found it all hilarious, honestly.
Yeah. So obviously since then, you've really kind of taken a step away from specifically 2K and focused on music. So when with yourself, like obviously you've released Pain, you've released Time. Do you feel like that kind of situation, or even that kind of like month or two period after that, when I think you definitely released Pain in that period. Do you think that the fact that you were moving away from 2K kind of accelerated you with music? It like made you focus on it more, or you were just doing it anyway and it just happened to be at the same time?
Nah, because I never planned to just stop playing 2K. That wasn't in my plan. Like I was like, hey yo, I'm gonna play 2K next year. And um and I like if you looked at what I was saying back then, it was like, yo, I was like, yo, I don't want nobody around me telling me that 2K sucks this year because I don't want any outside influence to get in my way. You know what I'm saying? I know the cycle, you know what I'm saying? And all of us do. Like when a 2K sucks, see you next year. You know what I'm saying? And I'll just try to blow up off the next one. Like, yo, 2K15, I came in late. 2K16, like I got hot, you know what I'm saying, on Twitch first. And then I decided to be consistent on YouTube, not in 2K16, mostly in 2K17. I got hot again. You know what I'm saying? 2K18 sucked. 2K19 came back, blew the hell up. And by the end of the year, I felt like I was the face of my team because even though TJ is the one that introduced at least 5 out to me, you know what I'm saying? With the way that I publicized it, everybody was into that and they was like, yo, what the hell? My team players could dribble like this. You could play like this. You know what I'm saying? Went crazy on that. 20 sucked and 21 sucked. They just had 2 back-to-backs that was bad. But 2K22, I still plan on playing it. And if it's bad, I think the difference with me is I'm not all the other content creators that are still stuck in the genjutsu that are like, yo, I need to play this game. No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? And I've built up a community to, even though people try to clown it for it not being as big as everybody else's, like I'm still making money. I gotta live, and I don't live in my parents' house. I live on my own. You know what I'm saying? I live with my roommate out in Texas. Like, and we straight. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm purely like focused on making something out of myself.
Big time. So with the music, obviously you've been in Rolling Loud. How was that? How did that start off? Because I know kind of before all that you were very much like trying to do whatever you could to get any sort of publicity, because I know I've just remember watching like all the Block 365 situation, all that type of stuff. And then it just kind of seemed as soon as that kind of ended, Rolling Loud just kind of started. So how did that all come about? I could be completely wrong.
With Rolling Loud, with Rolling Loud, I knew that I wanted to get a freestyle out. Shout out to Afro, because he believe it or not, he's the one that recorded the Block 365 freestyle for me to put on Twitter and all that stuff, and it went crazy. Like it has like over 90,000 views right now. I wanted to hit 100K, but we did that, and I saw Rolling Loud on Twitch, and it was crazy. Like all this time that y'all have seen me, like even though I'm back in music, I'm still on Twitch heavy because I'm never leaving Twitch even after my music blows off and takes off, right? But I see on Twitch, Rolling Loud is here, and they have a Got Bars competition, and even though like it's like at this point for me it's been 4 years, I'm sitting here like, yo, I was a lyricist back then, and I could, you know what I'm saying? Like I know lyricism was my specialty, but now if you hear my music, it definitely don't sound like that. So I almost was battling myself on like, I don't even know if I could do this or not still, because I haven't been like lyrically like going crazy like that. But I tried anyway, because it's a 6-week competition. It was week 3 that I saw, right? And they was just like, yo, if you could rap, whatever, like send us a video of you doing something. And I sent them to the Block 365 freestyle, and that's when they wanted me on by the next week. You know what I'm saying? So it was actually that freestyle that got me in for Rolling Loud. And as far as like Rolling Loud went, like it was crazy because it's a 6-week competition. I come in on week 4, and in order for me to become a finalist, I have to win 3 straight weeks. 2 verses, you know what I'm saying? And then I started being criticized for things that wasn't even in the competition, like memorizing verses, even though the people that some of the judges wanted to win was reading verses off of a phone. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I was just randomly being like prejudged just for being good, you know what I'm saying? Like in the middle of this competition, but I overcame adversity even here on Rolling Loud, you know what I'm saying, in music, in order for me to become a finalist, you know what I'm saying? And now we're in a position where we got the finals coming up, and I got my EP coming out. Everything just looks like it's coming together at the right time, because you know what I'm saying? I no matter what happened with my music, I never tried to be at a point where like I want to slow down. I kept, especially when I took days off. If I took days off and I came back, I wanted to make sure I had a lot of content to give people. So I'm like, hey, yo, I'm not playing. I'm serious about this. Doing research, all of that, making sure I have everything right. So when everything is brought to the forefront, everything looks good and everything looks professional. We trying to do this right.
Big time, big time. So you've heard some. You were saying you've heard some of Ambish's music, have you?
I have, yeah. The first time I was introduced to it, I was like chilling in a Twitch stream, and Time came on in the background, and I was like, yo, this song is like really good. Who is this? And they were like, it's Ambish. I was like, there's no way. Like, this is Ambish. Like, this song goes hard as fuck. Because I didn't even know at the time, like, you made music. And I was like, yo, this song, like, this shit's fire. Like, I added it to the playlist. Like, yeah. That's how I found out he even made music. I was like, that is like really good.
Thank you.
Yeah, big time. Like Time, I'm sure, I think I've tweeted it out. I was like, Time it is the best piece of music to come out of the 2K community ever. To be fair, though, you're competing with like Flight, so it's not. I think you win by default. So,
bro, I mean, honestly, bro, like it's not like I'm not like, yo, like when Flight dropped his project, I listened to it. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's good for him. We have different styles. Like, he reminds me a lot of Blueface. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, yo, I just recognize that even with like real art, like I look at people differently. Not everybody's a lyricist, and not everybody has to be. And not everybody's gonna be me. And everybody doesn't have to be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, Flight is his own thing. So it's not like I didn't listen to his project and all that stuff. I definitely did.
I'm just joking about it. Like, the music is not for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all I'm gonna say. It's not for me. And when you mentioned Blueface, you mentioned him to, I assume, Dale, do you have any idea who that is?
I actually don't.
Like, we are as oblivious. If you want to ask us about like Dermot Kennedy or
I mean, I'm probably more ingrained with the hip hop music than I would say you are, because I actually do listen to quite a lot of it.
I'm not.
Definitely
I'm so oblivious. I'm so oblivious. Like I don't know. I have made it a point to never listen to a song from the National Basketball Association Young Boy ever. I've made it a point to never listen to it.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of his either. So.
The 2K community will literally drown you in NBA YoungBoy music if you let them have song requests. Like, I can't do it.
You say the general 2K community, but have you seen what you could? I'm just trying to think of what would be the song requests if I put it on. If I put on song requests, it would be
6ix9ine Gummo. Like
it would just be troll. It would be troll music. Like.
Yeah,
like
I can't take it.
I have a bunch of Irish rebel songs in my Twitch playlist. Like, you have never heard of any of these things before. Like, my playlist is Irish rebel songs. It is some music from like the mid 2000s, a lot of like mid 2000s Fall Out Boy. Trying to think what else is in. Look at the playlist now. Bit of Miley Cyrus.
That's good though. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, we've got. I don't know. Arctic Monkeys are good. And then a load of Irish artists like Bell X1, the Blizzards that no one has ever heard of in America. Like, you will have not heard a single song on my playlist. Maybe some Red Hot Chili Peppers. Like, it would not be like. If I'm trying to think, I have some Kanye West. Do I have Kanye? Yeah, I have some Kanye West in it. That's the closest thing to rap.
You probably can't name one artist from out there that I would ever recognize.
From Ireland?
Not one.
U2?
Nope.
Yeah,
you're kidding me. No. You're joking. There's no way. You don't know who Bono is?
Yeah, does it look like this is ringing a bell?
No,
not ringing a bell. This is not ringing a bell.
Like, you could. No, oh my god. I thought you two were like obviously they're not quite the Beatles, but like I thought they'd be that step a little bit below the Beatles. I thought they'd be that well known. Surely you've heard of the Beatles. Surely you've heard of the Beatles.
Yeah, of course I know.
Okay,
the Beatles.
thank God.
Come on, man. My goat Drake is out here outdoing the Beatles, and he's still in his prime. Come on, man.
Did you just compare Drake to the Beatles?
Oh yeah, Drake is greater than the Beatles.
No,
I mean in terms of numbers,
you did not just say that.
In terms of greatness, absolutely.
You did not just say that.
Greater than the Beatles.
Oh
absolutely.
my god.
It's a controversy.
I'm a Drake stan.
No,
you gotta recognize
the Beatles.
Today, you got to recognize today. Drake is greater than the Beatles. Absolutely.
Oh my.
Absolutely. Do you not see Drake breaking the Beatles records as one man? That's a whole band. Okay, Drake is one man, a one man army.
You could replace Ringo Starr with literally anybody. It was two. It was John Lennon and Paul McCartney, two geniuses.
Well, you can't replace Drake with anyone. You can't replace Drake with anyone. All right? Like, I'm sorry that y'all had one member of the group that was the third musketeer that nobody cared about, that was easily replaceable.
It was 4.
That sounds like Destiny's Child, okay? That actually sounds like Destiny's Child. But you know what? Sorry, Michelle. That don't got nothing to do with us. Drake is the GOAT, bro.
Did you just compare? Did you just compare the Beatles to Destiny's Child?
I'm sorry, Michelle. I am sorry.
Did you just compare Ringo Starr to Michelle? I don't even know the second name. I only know Beyonce, Kelly Rowland from Destiny's Child.
Yeah. You see why it's similar? That's crazy.
Like
that's crazy.
Even Ringo Starr is one of is unbelievable, like world famous. George Harrison and Ringo Starr world famous.
What'd you say about R.B. Graham?
Who?
You talking about R.B. Graham? Is that who you're talking about?
Oh my god! This is gonna be thankfully this is I can clip. Thankfully we're bringing this into a bunch of Twitch clips, and Ambish talking about why Drake is greater than the Beatles is gonna be a fire clip, I guess.
That's gonna be amazing.
Okay, let us sit back, Dale. I assume you're silent because you're just like you're having on the same wavelength as I am in this, are you?
I mean, I'm not like in terms of numbers, you can't argue that Drake
obviously
technically is bigger.
Because the internet exists.
But you're also comparing
two
separate eras, like
the Beatles transcended the world before the internet. Like they were the biggest.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that one. But I'm not a big fan of the Beatles, I'm not gonna lie, so like...
No, you don't have to be a fan of the Beatles, just what they were at their time. Like, do you think in 50 years' time, people are still going to be talking about Drake as one of the greatest ever?
Yeah. Drake
probably, honestly.
As we speak right now, Drake is currently the greatest hip-hop artist to ever live.
I'll give you that.
I don't agree with... Or in terms of numbers, yes, but I don't agree in terms of talent.
Think, like,
Kanye has to be up there. Kanye has to be up there as well.
Yeah, I think that Kanye would probably I think that Kanye and Drake have the two best discographies ever in music, like in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? And that's really how I feel. Like Kanye, crazy. You know what I'm saying? But if you look at his work, it's really undeniable, bro. Like even on even on T-Lock, bro. Like that album was still really good, and people was like that album is severely underrated. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Like Kanye don't miss.
Yeah.
Not with a project.
He still has one of my favorite albums of all time, 808 and Heartbreak.
Yeah.
That was so underappreciated.
But like obviously everyone knows like my Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, College Dropout, Graduation. Everyone speaks about them as some of the greatest ones ever. I still think 808 and Heartbreak. It may not be better than them, but it's up there. It's unbelievable.
I think that you can't necessarily name a bad album from Kanye. Like even if you sit there and you say that Jesus is King, right? He went to a whole other genre. If you're not necessarily too into gospel like that, then to be honest, how can you sit there and be like, oh well, this sucks? No, bro, you're just not into that genre. That genre necessarily isn't for you. But every single hip hop album that Kanye made, you liked it. You know what I'm saying? Like, who didn't?
He's released some dud songs though. He has that. I like. He is like some of his worst songs are bad though. He is one of the greatest, but My
He
God.
made
You can't argue Lift Yourself isn't an objectively awful song.
Yo, Lift Yourself is literally a song about nothing, and it is still better than 90% of what I hear, or like in mainstream. I'm not gonna cap.
I would say that, but it's just the lyrics are poopity scoop, scoopity poop.
And
Poopity
we was
scoop.
bumping roopity scoop. And yo, that was fire. Yo, are you kidding me? Yo, actually, bro, I think that's a joke.
It is a joke of a song. It was a literal joke.
You know what I'm saying? But it goes to show you how, like, Kanye West, even when playing around, bro, I made a song about people having their thing hanging out, you know what I'm saying, and not beating it. just hanging. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I have made tons of troll songs and they actually came out good. Kanye made a troll song, bro.
Yeah.
Well,
like, that song was a troll, but it was good.
Have you both heard like the supposed backstory behind that song?
No.
Like why it was released? So remember
was it the Drake thing?
Yeah, Pusha T and Drake had the beef going.
Yeah.
And apparently that beat was supposed to go to Drake, but then the
and then he did that.
So Kanye just released it like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Apparently
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, so change the topic because I know a lot of people here are kind of from 2K. So about the kind of original like 2K, like we both kind of probably came in around the same time. You obviously blew up probably a year before I did. Well, like not even blew up, just had like your first kind of became known per se about a year before I did. So what was that like? Like you were 2K15 starting, weren't you, as well?
I came in at the end of 2K15.
Yeah, we were about the same with that. So you obviously went up a lot quicker than I did. It took me 2 years before I had 2,000 subs, but you obviously became relevant almost straight away. So talk about that.
It was crazy. Like, and I had a lot of hate for it. Like, it was so weird. Like, it's not like I was always watching Twitch and being like, yo, I want to be a streamer one day. Like, I only got into Twitch because like it was Pink Diamond locker codes going on. I'm actually working a regular job at this time in 2015, right? And I didn't want to miss locker codes when I went to work. So because I used to see I saw Cash one time put out the Pink Diamond Karl Malone code. He leaked it. I put him on notifications. So just in case he leaked another code, I would get the locker code while I'm at work so I could still get my Pink Diamonds and play the game. You know what I'm saying? Those were the best cards. Like Pink Diamonds were Pink Diamonds were crack.
Oh my God. I had two of them. They were unguardable in 2K15. They were free.
I had every single Pink Diamond, I think, but Michael Jordan and maybe one other.
I think nobody got the Paul George one unless you were European because they released it really. You got PG. I got PG and Steph.
Yes.
I got PG, Steph, and Iggy. No, I didn't get Iggy. I got PG and Steph.
I had like all, like when I tell you I was really like always awake, bro. I had like every Pink Diamond PG. I had everything, bro. I'm pretty sure I had Pink Diamond Mellow too. Like I had mad stuff, Shaq, all of that. Like I was going hard, bro. But that's why I turned it on, and it was crazy. Is I didn't even like Cash way back when, because my brother used to watch him on YouTube, and I'd be like, "Who the hell is this fool screaming? Turn that off!" You know what I'm saying? Like he's just sitting there yelling, and I'm sitting here chilling in my living room, and you want to watch, like, turn that down or something. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy how like later on down the line, I end up tuning into his stream, and I'm like, yo, I could do this. This is fire. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I didn't grow up looking at streamers, and you know what I'm saying? That wasn't my thing. I didn't even realize how this could really change my life. But I started streaming, and luckily like somebody came into my stream and donated, like, for the first time, my first time streaming, somebody donated like $100 to me, $115. It was like, yo, I believe in you, bro. I really feel like you got something. Then I ended up trying to get Diamond Allen Iverson, and the community was much smaller, but much more like it was more of a family back then.
Yeah.
Right? Like people cared. people saw me going for Allen Iverson, and I guess that's what kind of helped people like see me too. And people just randomly started coming in. This is before I ever played Los, all of that stuff, before I ever really met anyone. People was helping me out at the end of the year because this is like just me first starting. And it was like, yo, here's some MT, and I got it. And then, and like, it was, the community was just happy for me, a nobody, you know what I'm saying, who was just trying to get Diamond AI. And honestly, I thought that I had enough and I didn't. If it wasn't for the community just coming into my stream, like, I wouldn't even got it. Because I thought I had enough and I didn't. I had like 100K and I was like, what, 30 cards away from Diamond AI? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was so much that I needed. So, or maybe 50 cards. Who knows?
Yeah, like the community was a weird one back then because you're talking about how it was like a kind of positive place, and then fast forward about a year, and I will always say this: the worst time for anyone starting was probably the end of 2K16 to 2K17 because we just got abuse. Like, if you weren't known, like, imagine you got support. Obviously, you were back then. Everyone got 10 times more hate than people get at the minute. Like,
I agree.
But like, if you were just coming up, and guys like myself, Denver, YBC will be a testament to this. You got 95% hate in 2016, 2017, and then
that's how I felt
because it was like
I agree with that 100%.
You were either Jester, Cash, or that type of crew. You were friends with them, or one of the smaller creators that they supported, and if you weren't kind of in that clique, you just got hate non-stop, and that was me. So it's like you really, the likes of us that came up through that era, we all had to have a thick skin, otherwise we'd be gone. Like, it wasn't
just that, because me being on the inside, I was alienated even on the inside. Like, I would be cool with everybody, but then it started to come with people being like, hey, yo, Cash made you. Cash should tell you himself he ain't make me. Like, yo, look at all the people that's ever come through Cash's stream, right? How many of them are still relevant today? Let's be serious. If you're talking about the main people that are still relevant from Cash's stream today, that people would be like, hey, yo, I remember him from there first. You got Los, you got me, you got Kobe, and you got Bruce.
Who's Bruce?
Bruce drop him off, bro. Bruce is literally averaging like crazy friggin' numbers, probably like 5K on Twitch.
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
I'm like oblivious to this whole. I was not like, I just made videos on the side. I'm oblivious to this whole thing. So
like, yo, people was like, yo, Cash made you, and I had to get over that hump. That took me a few years for like me to just develop a fan base that didn't know me from Cash, and me just developing a fan base from my own. It was like, because I was attached to like everybody that was big in the community, even though a lot of the time they left me out of a lot of shit because, they left me out of a lot of stuff. Like, I still had to work for my own name for the most part. And the people that wanted to be in my position saw me as like, oh yeah, like he's good. When in reality, it was like, I was dealing with your world and mine. Like, I'm also getting ridiculed for being like, literally just being around like the biggest content creators, and people was acting like they didn't like I didn't have my own 2 feet to stand on, like I wasn't working hard. And even then, like I just got downed because the people that I was around was also the same people that was clowning me. Like, I couldn't make a tweet without being made fun of. There were communities built around making fun of me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's what like was holding me back from the jump. Like, it used to make me really upset because, like, yo, I didn't know if it was because I was black or what. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, Cash is black. I don't see him dealing with this. You know what I'm saying? It was just weird seeing how I'm unnecessarily getting hated for years, bro.
Yeah, I think people just look for the easiest target, to be honest. Like,
yeah,
and like obviously the 2K17 was when with you specifically that kind of all kind of stopped, and then they found their other targets. There was, heck, if you ever look, there's like full on forums dedicated to how much people hated me back in 2K17. Like 2K Empty Central forums, I'm not sure if they're still there, but there are so many, like, full-on forums, 500 posts, like, discussion on how much people hated me. Like, the people that are coming up nowadays, and like, this stage I have 5,000 subs. The people that are coming up on YouTube and Twitch nowadays, they do not understand what the hatred was like. Like, people would, like, nowadays, some people don't like your content, but, like, people hated the people coming up. And, like, a lot of people will say the same, like, the amount of hate you get, and, like, even say, like, I just even remember some of the stuff that would be said when Afro played Cash, and, like, the amount of comments, like, for 6 months he was still getting comments about that game. Like, sure, Afro to this day still gets, I assume a lot of it are people from back in the day joking about him, like, being skinny, but, like, he used to just get it bad, like, and, like, even obviously with Jester joking around with him, with them, obviously they're friends. It's nothing, but, like, there are, or, well, they definitely were at the time. I haven't spoken to either of them in years. Well, I haven't spoken to Jester in years, but, like, there were so many people that would kind of piggyback on top of the people joking and do it with actual hate. And, like, the hate back then is a million times worse than the hate now.
Yeah, like, people literally just, like, people never really understood, but that is why, like, I started distancing myself from, from content creators, because even though they didn't realize, you know what I'm saying, they never realized the gravity of what they used to put on me. And even I, like, to an extent, because the way that the manipulation used to work is everybody, they would do stuff to me, and then they'd be like, oh, it's just jokes. When in reality, nah, bro, not only are y'all influencing people to actually feel this way, you feel this way, you know what I'm saying, but you're using it in a joking manner to say what you really feel. And then you have them being like, nah, it's a joke, when in reality you're just embarrassing me. Like, you're not laughing with me, you laughing at me, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it's not in a way that, like, we could sit here and be like, oh yeah, we could look back on that and laugh. Like, nah, it was really messed up.
Yeah, like, I've luckily enough I've never been in that position. Like, like, Dale, like, you haven't been around for the last year. Dale, you'll be the first one to say, like, I will be the first person to even joke about some of the stuff. So, like, what Dale would be the big DBG jokes, the 10-minute videos.
I mean, that's not even that bad though. Like, I mean, that one's based on fact. If we're
it's based on fact. The fact that I don't play the game.
I actually have a question. I genuinely want to know. April Fool's Day, you dropped a video that was like 40 seconds under 10 minutes. Was that genuinely intentional?
No, I accidentally. I forgot to do it. I was gonna drop a video of me saying lads for 10 minutes and 1 second straight.
Jesus Christ.
Should have done it.
Yeah.
What else do people run with though in your stream chat?
I know. I've memed myself. I think that's
that's the thing with
way. Like, I've just memed myself.
Yeah, you turned it into a meme before anyone else can. But it's then like, people just run with it.
But it's like even when I shaved my beard, where it was like everyone's just going like. Another certain YouTuber was like, I'm just going to go and shave my beard now and make 5 videos out of it and milk it for content. And I'm literally just like, okay, I'm going to quote tweet that with like correction, 5 videos and a live stream. So I'm just like, do I milk the hell out of 2K? Of course I do. Like,
you should.
It's like, it's so, like, people are just like, to me, it's like, oh yeah, stop milking 2K. It's like, why? Like,
they'll milk you.
It's like people want to know about all the stuff that's happening in the game. I'm basically a news source. Like, it's I just find it funny. But again, like with all the situations, I will just full on. I'll meme myself, and it's one of those things where it's like, because I don't take anything seriously, I don't think people have really hit me with anything that's rough. As in, like, there's been no hard hitting criticism. I upload too many videos, and I upload maybe a couple of unnecessary videos. Wow, I probably do.
I mean, yeah, I could see how, like, just my emotions being, like, predictable over the last few years would literally make me an easy target for people to be like, yo, like, he gives a damn about what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and that's just how trolls are. They like to have fun, and it's not like, you got to realize, to be honest with you, like, when people come in and troll you and, like, they're making fun of you, like, you got to be able to assess, like, first of all, They're doing it because they're bored. They just want to have fun. And it's for them to have fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's their way of having fun. You know what I'm saying? Being funny. If you can't take a joke and be like, all right, bet, well, that was kind of funny. You got to be able to acknowledge whether a joke is funny or not. If it's funny, it's funny, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, get over it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's really that simple.
One good thing is that it does seem like, Dale, obviously you streamed for a little bit. It does seem that the general consensus in the community, especially like, not only do you stream a bit, like a lot of you're friends with a lot of smaller streamers. The general like kind of feeling around them is a lot more positive than it used to be. Like, are there many smaller most smaller streamers have generally positive chats now, don't they?
From what I've seen, from what I've seen, like a lot of the streams I hang out in of like people that I know personally who would be on the smaller side per se, there's no real like dumb, hurtful stuff being said. I mean, there's levels to you know, being a Twitch troll, if that's what you want to call yourself. Some people are funny about it. Some people just say like really out of pocket stuff. Yeah. They probably don't quite realize the impact that might have on someone.
Yeah, but it's like it's funny with some of the trolls, and like it all depends. There's specific people where it's like it all depends on the attitude of the streamer. So like obviously the most commonly known troll in Twitch chats is good old Bookshot. But like it's so funny. It's like when he goes into certain people's chats and he trolls, and the streamers get like really, really angry, and he'll just keep going. And then you see him in like, say if he's in my chat or Ty's chat, and it's literally he'll say some trolls like, "Oh, Bookshot's here, the #1 troll. Don't believe," or just like joking about the guy, and he's gone in 5 minutes. Like,
they just want a reaction.
If the reaction to them trolling is being like, "Oh, there's the #1 troll. Oh, Bookshot, how are you?" Just like, and then they're gone because they don't.
It kind of ruins it for them. You know what I'm saying? Like the purpose is literally for them to just like they are bored, bro. They want something to do, and if they actually see, like, they don't care about like, what people need to understand is like, when a troll comes in, like what they say, it don't hold that same gravity for them as it do for you. And I noticed that with my dad. Like my dad takes everything way too seriously. He's not like a super jokey person, but I like just me growing up, being on the internet, reading a couple of things, like they'll sit there and tell you like sarcastic people are actually people that have expanded their mind. Those are actually like probably the more brilliant people on the planet. You know what I'm saying? They don't take everything super seriously, so it allows you to deal with more complex problems. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's kind of deep, but yeah, like as far as like trolling goes, like it don't hold that same magnitude. So why do people get upset? I don't understand it anymore.
Like 100%. Like you can see, like that's one thing that I've learned, and it is kind of your reaction to stuff like that. Is like if you sit there and laugh at it, it just kind of goes away. And yeah, that's really the thing is like, if there is anything that's true, I just normally meme it. So.
You know what I also realized? Like a lot of people get upset at their chat because they can't clap back. Like they get upset because they can't defend themselves. And come on, man. You know how I talk to my chat. I go at my chat 24/7. You know what I'm saying? I go at my chat and they go at me, and it's fun. You know what I'm saying? Like the same way how they'll talk trash to me, I talk trash back, and I'll probably do it better. You know what I'm saying? But when they get me, it's hilarious. You know what I'm saying? Like I had like a shirt. You know who Venom is, right? From Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Like everybody used to joke on me for being thick because like that's one of the only jokes that they have. They still call me fat. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm 205 pounds now. You know what I'm saying?
You're lighter than me now. Oh.
Yo,
I'm like 6 inches taller than you, so like that's I gotta get below 200 again. I'm like I put on like 10 pounds over quarantine.
And bro,
but it's been a year, which is not the worst, but
I lost 90 pounds over quarantine. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's not even something to you know what I'm saying? It's just, bro. Oh my God, I think I lost train of thought. I did. What was I just telling you about?
Just
talking about the Venom shirt.
Just trolls.
You brought up the Venom shirt.
There we go. So, I had a shirt that I used to wear, right? People call me thick. As a matter of fact, I was wearing it yesterday. It's a shirt with Venom on it, and they would sit there and be like, "Yo, why you don't wear the Venom shirt no more? Is it because you was you was so fat that the O used to stretch across the shirt?" I used to be like, all right, bro, I'm not wearing it no more because apparently, like, yo, he used the TTS and he said it don't look like Venom no more. It looked like Venom because it was so big. I said, okay, bro. I'm not wearing the shirt no more. Y'all got it. Sometimes it's just funny. Like when Flax came in my Discord, and this is before Flax was anybody. This is my dog. You know what I'm saying? He said a joke, and I said it was an L, right? And he was like, L, but you built like a O. And I was like, no. That's disrespectful. Are you serious? Like, it's just times like that where you gotta embrace that some people just got it, bro. Some people have it, and you gotta give it to them.
I mean, like, I end every stream with my entire chat spamming "you suck" at me.
I love that.
Kurt Angle, Kurt Angle, you know, the Kurt Angle team song was
I love that. Yes,
you suck.
I love that.
1,000 people spamming "you suck" at me for the end of stream.
Bro, how can people be upset at somebody and like, because people usually want to target somebody, right? Like they want to target you.
They do. If you make yourself a target, you're just gonna get targeted more.
Exactly. Like yo, if you have embraced,
target, you're like, I got so much. Like a year ago, like Dale, you would have. Do you remember how much actual abuse I got during the Opal Kobe situation? During the Go Kobe, like I got was public enemy number one. Like, you were modding that chat. How bad was it being a mod, Dale?
I didn't even try mod that chat. I just gave up. It was hell. There's always some like just out of pocket stuff being said like every 2 seconds that I just was like, I'm not being paid for this, so I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I still meme that today. But Ambish, do you want to know what the crime I committed to get abuse? I said, Goat Kobe is not that good in game.
He's not.
No.
Like I went through that. Like I was sitting there like, yo, the GOAT Kobe is really he really feels like a regular Kobe. He's 6'8". He's not like going crazy all over everybody. I remember specifically, like Kobe didn't have the greatest animations ever. Like his animations usually sucks, to be honest, besides like the Kobe spam.
Yeah, and
like, that was all he had.
That was like
like,
and then about how long did it take? About a week until the general consensus was like, yeah, this card kind of sucks.
Because they saw everybody else use him. Like, I'm pretty sure when they like, yo, I'm a Kobe stan. That's my favorite player of all time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure when you see people at that time, like me or TJ or literally anyone, you know what I'm saying? Like who actually knows how to play the game, how to dribble, you know what I'm saying? And they don't, like, it doesn't look good. They'll show you. Like if people that are actually good at the game or take time to be good at the game are playing and they're like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Like I think when people see you do it, because of the general consensus that comes with you, you know what I'm saying? And like it's all jokey and everything. I think with you, people are gonna be like, what do you mean by Kobe sucks? Who are you to be using Kobe? Like, let's see somebody else use him. Somebody that actually plays, because you're sitting there talking to the menu. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then we saw. No, it was the problem is I got like the first Kobe video was RJ, and he couldn't shoot with Kobe, and he said at the end he was like, "This card's not good." I was second Kobe gameplay, and I was like, "This card's not good." And then there was a gameplay from the biggest gameplay YouTuber. This card is the best card in the game. And then I was live on stream, 2,000 people giving me abuse, being like, Kobe's great, this person was good with him. I'm like, he went into a multiplayer challenge and ran quick horns for flare, or ran one play to get him wide open 3-pointers every possession. He hit wide open threes, and it's like, yeah, I can hit wide open threes with a bronze. Like, we can all hit wide open threes with bronze. But yeah, let's change topic. So, obviously a couple of years ago, one big thing happened where you moved in with 2 other streamers / content creators. How was that? Because I know like you had a little bit of a problem with like internet and everything, and it was kind of, I reckon, like I know from talking to you that it was expected that it was going to be kind of a boom for the 2K related content specifically, and it really kind of didn't turn out that way. So how was it like? How was it just living with other YouTubers? Because that's something that I obviously I've always thought about in the back of my head, trying to get over to the States. And the more I think about it, the less I want to do it. So,
well, I'm a keep it a buck with you. Like, yo, living with Kobe and Afro, yo, that was like, yo, it was an experience. Like, yo, and like all of us really needed to like grow together. I think the people that grew the most in the house was probably me and Kobe as people. You know what I'm saying? Me and Kobe, I think grew a lot as people while we were all like in the house together. Um, it felt good for me because like, yo, 2K hit me up, I got signed, and I felt like I did the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, they didn't have Afro and Kobe on their radar. And like, yo, when we was sitting here trying to figure this whole thing out, it made me feel good knowing that like, yo, I was in a position of power to it to an extent. And I was like, hey, yo, I'm moving to Texas with my guys. Y'all signing me. Like, I want y'all to look at my guys so that we could all do this together. And we did that. You know what I'm saying? Then came like us getting into the crib. Like, yo, the whole thing with the house, the to be honest, the house is a big factor on like is a big reason on how everything has kind of like started the decline on Twitch, right? For me. But when we got into the house, the master bedroom that I had like had the worst internet in the house. It wasn't like the crib wasn't best suited for internet. It wasn't thoroughly checked. I didn't live in Texas. You know what I'm saying? So they got the crib. I was just like, yo, as long like I trust y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead, do y'all. It's just it wasn't thoroughly checked. We tried everything. You know what I'm saying? Kobe was streaming through lag. I couldn't even do that. You know what I'm saying? I could barely get YouTube videos to upload. So it's like I'm on stream and people are starting to tune out of my stream because it's a lag show. And remember, I was also getting hacked that year. I got hacked all year, even to an extent of one point, yo,
you got
like
the
I
logo.
was,
You got hacked for the logo that year, didn't you? Was that
yo,
the year
I
everyone kept
got,
getting hacked for their logos?
yeah, I kept on. I was getting hacked repeatedly all year, 2019, bro. And when we was in that house, on top of me dealing with internet issues, I got hacked to the point where I couldn't even get in my account for a month.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, like this is messed up. Like everybody want to be upset at me saying the 2K community sucks, but how is this fair to me? Because I start to succeed, like people can just run up to like and just take my account, and now I can't stream. That's not fair. You know what I'm saying? And I was dealing with all of that, and then by the time that we figured out a way to like get out of there, we finally got out that house, but we were still paying double rent from that crib in addition to what we was paying in a new house. And I had to make it I had to make it back streaming. You know what I'm saying? Through all of that, pay all of that off. You know what I'm saying? And then and while we in the new house, it was better because finally all of us can stream. You know what I'm saying? And I content creators, we all understand each other. So it's not like yo, living with a content creator, it's easier to live your life than being in retrospect at home, because I was with my family. I was able to stream at night with no issues. I don't got to worry about no kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm not worried about waking nobody up, because we all content creators and we understand that what we do, you know what I'm saying, is what we do sometimes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like there's just a level of understanding.
I agree with that, but from my perspective, like having seen kind of everyone that is in content creator, obviously in terms of just pure work, it is very much easier. But for me, is it not also to an extent that it's like if you're constantly surrounded by content creators, that your kind of work and real life almost blends in with each other? That's what it kind of seems to happen to a lot of people, is that yes, it does help with their work, but a lot of time it might end up leading to them working more hours, to them kind of almost their stream / YouTube and real life almost blending into one, mixing together. Whereas for me, like, I love the fact, like, yes, it's like I still live at home. I'm saving up to buy a house, and that'll be sorted in the next 6 months. So, like, the only reason I've been living at home my whole life is I don't want to rent, because I don't want to pay rent, because I knew I was going to be able to buy a house around this time, and it's looking like it's going to happen soon. But like, the last thing I would ever want is to live with, say, other content creators, because for me, it's nice knowing that when I'm not making videos, that it's just like that is just a job that I'm not worrying about, say, someone else I'm living with making videos, that if I'm talking to people that I'm living with or talking to my friends where it's like content creation has nothing to do with it. Like
it's not the last thing. I could see how that's like a thing. For me though, like it's just after a while I knew that this was like Austin is like streamer town. That's what I call Austin. Yeah, I call Austin streamer town.
Sure, I was about to move there for that reason, and then COVID happened, and I've always said it. The best thing, it was a blessing in disguise that I'm still in this country. I'm a lot happier that I'm still in Ireland than in Austin.
Yeah, like it's crazy. It's like to be honest with you, a lot of my friends are content creators, especially now. Like it really is streamer town because that's all I really run into here. You know what I'm saying? Like my close friends, all of that. Like it's just I am comfortable with me sitting here being like, yo, I want to do this for the long haul. And to be honest, I feel like I almost make content look effortless because I'm really that much into it. Like I love being a content creator. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest, like I never thought that, like I never had any plans for YouTube other than being a myteam content creator. So to be honest, that's why I don't upload. It's a hobby for me, but it's not a job. And anything that feels more so like a job for me is going to turn me away. Like I don't like being in a box. I like being free.
Yeah, like I don't fully understand that. I'm just like the complete opposite. I'm just like, look, I love making videos as a job. I enjoy it. It's the most. I've worked as a teacher. I've worked in plenty of 9-to-5 jobs. Well, by plenty, like 2 in the past. And I love this as a job. But like, I love the fact that when I'm finished for the day, or before I start recording, I don't have to think about it. I love having the fact that everyone around me in life has nothing to do with content creation, and it's just a job that I do when I'm working for money, and then on the side it's just not like there's like a complete split where it's like me working, not working, and there's nothing that links the two of them together. I love having that.
But I mean, like the people here, you know what I'm saying, and I would hope that y'all would understand what I mean. But the people here, like they're content creators, but we don't like. Y'all don't see me looking to be like, hey, yo, you want to make a vid together? You want to make this? You want to make that? To be honest, all I cared about here was having friends. Yeah. And when I came here, the first person, like, yo, so we moved here. I hit up like probably like one person, you know what I'm saying? And that's the person that I live with right now. That's the first person I hit up when I got here. You know what I'm saying? Yo, like ever since then, I've met nothing but content creators. You know what I'm saying? Big and small, rich and average. You know what I'm saying? Like, doesn't really matter. And the thing is, people moved here, but people are not necessarily moving here to sit here and be in each other's faces, bro. Like, everyone here, when the streams are off, at least with the friend group I got, when the cameras is off, we are still genuine friends. It's not leeching. It's not, you know what I'm saying? Like when I see you, every time I see you, bro, I don't even believe that we talk about content. We just hang out.
No, I just got really drunk the one time we've seen each other.
That was just at that thing.
Yeah, that's the only time we've seen each other, isn't it?
But it's not like I only saw you for one day. You know what I'm saying? Like I saw you for multiple days when we had to go for the 2K launch party. You know what I'm saying?
No, it was only one day. It was just a long day. It was just one long day.
Did I only see you for one day?
One long day.
Jesus
I
Christ.
don't remember.
I could have sworn I saw you.
No.
I definitely feel like I saw you more than just once. I didn't just see you for one day.
No, because
I saw you for more than one day.
No, because my flight got delayed 7 hours. So I was sitting on the plane for 7 hours, and I got there, and I text you and Afro, and I think you were both at the 2 Hype House. So I was just like,
no.
Afro was 100%. Afro was.
I definitely wasn't.
I didn't. I think I text. I think the only thing I was just like, oh, screw it. I'm just gonna go to my Airbnb, which I stupidly booked.
Yeah, I think you was like I think you was with me a lot that day. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember us grabbing drinks at Walmart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff, bro. We like and I know that we were together before. I feel like we were together.
No, we went for food. We went for food because I remember we went to that really good burger place, and they were showing the Ireland-Switzerland game. for soccer, and I wouldn't let any of you guys leave until the Ireland-Switzerland game ended because I was so engrossed in that game. I remember that. And then it was like a bunch. It was like I think it was like you, Kobe, Afro, and JD. You guys stayed. Everyone else just said, "Screw it," turned around, walked out, and I was just like, "Okay, you're staying."
Pretty much.
Good. But actually, no. Dom stayed as well. Dom stayed. Hollywood.
I love Dom, man.
Dom's
I love Dom, dog. That's my man's, bro. There's not a lot of there's not a lot of people that like we could really sit here and say it's like honest and genuine people, but Dom is a good dude.
I love Dom. Again, I don't remember most of my time with Dom, but I do.
I have a good time every time. That's my brother, man.
Yeah. So.
Dog.
So one last thing before we get on to like the overrated and underrated. So signing with 2K. Obviously you got signed. Like Dale, you would know, is getting signed, you would know more than I do because like you talk to a lot more people in the current myteam community than I do. Is getting signed by 2K a goal that people in the myteam community have?
Hell no.
Oh, thank you for saying
I'm not gonna. Hell no.
Thank you for saying that.
I've not heard one person say, "Oh, I really want to get signed by 2K." At least none of the people I know. That is not on their agenda. It's bigger, better things.
Yeah.
It's like most of them care about being partnered on Twitch more than they care about anything to do with the game.
Yeah, that's good to hear because, like, obviously, for the people that have, look, more power to you. If you want to sign, they're looking to sign you. Sign, more power to you. But for me, like, you were signed. I'm somebody that 2K, it's a mutual thing. 2K haven't looked to sign me. 2K haven't given me a contract. I've read the contracts. I've read the contract. I know what they signed themselves into. I know I know the money they would have offered me. But before they even offered me a contract, I told them I wasn't going to sign it. So it's a mutual kind of thing. Don't want to sign. They don't want to sign me. Although I reckon if I did shut up about pack odds, they probably would in a heartbeat. But yeah. So did you find it was any benefit at all to you?
Barely. So the benefit comes in when because you have to have your own business when you do it because that's how they pay you. So in that regard, yes. It helped me in establishing my own business, making sure I'm doing things the right way in that regard. So I am my own business. Like I'm an entity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Did you not have that?
On top of that,
did you? So what had you been doing for 3 years? Like I assumed everyone that was getting paid had set up as a sole trader or set up as a company.
No. I never had like a LLC or anything until like I actually signed up with 2K, and they paid for it too. Like they paid for that too. So yeah, like that just wasn't something that I had, and I didn't really have all the knowledge. I started doing this when I was like 21, and I wasn't even 22 yet. I never necessarily like knew the steps. I didn't have anything in mind to do this. I wasn't planning on becoming a streamer, but it's just what happened for me. I'm sorry, before like I don't want to lose like my train of thought. What was I literally just answering?
Did they give you any benefits?
Okay,
that is a benefit. Like that is something that I didn't know of. So that is like an actual. That is more of a benefit than I thought they were giving to people. That's actually that's actually something good that they're doing.
It's a big benefit. It's just they don't help you understand it. They pretty much put you in place with a company that'll just kind of walk you through it. But in all honesty, I didn't really super understand it. But I have my own entity now, and I'm figuring all that other stuff out because their job isn't to help you understand what it is, just to make sure you have it so they can
100%. Like that's actually a positive because I genuinely thought it was we pay you barely any money a year and we basically own you type contract.
Like, yo, I mean, the way that I see it is like they're pretty much like paying you to keep you away from NBA Live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
that's still in the contract. Is that still in it?
It's pretty much that you just can't play other basketball games unless it has 2K stamped on it for the most part. But I mean, like with that, like as far as like 2K, when I tell you like it hurt me because as a content creator, you can't have a lot of influence. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to get signed because I wanted to also leave my imprint on the game. You know what I'm saying? One of my goals was to be signed from like the jump. I used to sit there and watch all like everybody playing earlier from iPod and literally from iPod to Nick the Bulls fan to like all the OGs that we used to sit there and like Kuda especially. You know what I'm saying? Like watching those guys, it made me want to sign with 2K and leave my imprint on my team. By the time I did that, you know what I'm saying? Like, like we end up with people that are empowered that get upset and they don't necessarily have the same vision as you.
Yeah, like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, I know it's a really weird one because, like, from the position that I'm in, and like even like Dale, would you have talked to Sam much? Like prior
As in,
to
like Sam the ruler,
six man Sam.
Or six man Sam.
Yeah.
No, I haven't spoke to him at all, really.
Yeah, like so basically, I knew 6-man Sam's like the new Two Bros who's in as a My Team producer. I came with Mike Stouffer, like I talked to them quite frequently about the game mode, and I think that those two guys being like in touch with the community, talking to people, is the reason why as bad as gameplay is, the My Team game mode is getting better and better, and no one's gonna deny that. And that's always a weird one, is that like the vast majority of the people that are giving the actual feedback that can make a difference aren't signed. Like the signed feedback, like they'll be giving feedback to devs who are just gonna look at it and say no. Whereas
they don't care enough.
Yeah,
I hate it.
Yeah, it's just a weird one because I have nothing but good experiences with people in 2K. Obviously the 2K UK people, they're a complete separate section of 2K. I love them. Like yes. I think all the international people will say it. The international sections of sides of 2K, I don't think anyone has a bad word to say about any of them. They are great. Like
I was jealous.
Matt,
they
Becky,
treat y'all so much better.
Gemma, Sean, anyone that I've spoken to in those sections, they are great. And like, but sure, even have they contacted you yet though?
No, they haven't. Why would they?
You never know.
I don't stream anymore.
If this takes off at all, they will. Sure. Did they send Jack the hoodie?
I don't know if he got. I know he got like the Zion jersey and the PS5 game and all that stuff. He didn't even have a PS5 at the time.
Yeah, they sent basically all the UK creators, or UK and Ireland. We get sent like 2 or 3 extra packages a year, just like small packages, like just a hoodie in a box and just being like, thank you for playing the game, stuff like that.
Yo, they treat y'all so much better. Like I used to look at how they was doing y'all. Like, yo, I think with you, JD, and
probably Killsamoy.
Yes, Killsamoy.
Yeah, like Australian.
Yo, like
is cool as well.
I would sit there and be like, yo, they do so much more for y'all than they do for us. And it used to bamboo. Like, it's not like what they're doing is wrong. It's like what they're doing for us is wrong.
I think
because they're not doing a single thing.
There's so few of us. Because like it's a lot easier when they're bringing 3 people to an event than when they're bringing 50 people to an event. Like if they want to book the dinner,
the thing about that is like they would treat the celebrity better than us.
Yeah, but that's 2K. Like, did you not hear about the 250K stream?
That is the problem. Like when bro, like you went to the thing, bro. Like we all went to these parties, et cetera, like bro, like there's no reason why celebrities, and it's not just at like the launch parties and all that stuff. It's clearly in the public too, right? Like, yo, you cannot just sit here and treat celebrities like gods when they don't play your game. When you have people, even people that are signed, because I was signed to them, people that are signed, bro, y'all are out here giving all these exclusives and all this stuff to these celebrities, and then y'all got like your content creators going home empty-handed.
Yeah. Did you you may not have seen in the 250K final. So 2K, they obviously, I don't know how much they paid, probably a lot of money, but they had Donovan Mitchell and Jason Tatum. They brought them onto the 250K stream before it, and they had about 6,000 views. And then there was DBG and Dale sitting there laughing at the fact that with 9,000 views, I think we had like 3,000 more viewers than 2K. I think it was like me, Dale, Shake was on at the time. We were there with 9,000 viewers laughing at the fact that they paid NBA players to come on and they had less viewers than we had. And we were watching their stream. It was us watching 2K stream. And more people watched us watch 2K stream than watch 2K stream. Like, when the game went on, and funnily enough, when the game went on, they brought on Henry, HTB. Then they overtook us. When they brought on someone from the actual community, they got the viewers. But when they brought on...
So when they finally...
when they decided to put on the game and a commentator that we knew and people in the community knew and cared about, they overtook me in views. When they had NBA All-Stars on, and then Quentin Richardson and Darius Miles were there for a talk, and their views plummet, and my views spike above them again when the NBA players come on.
Like, bro, because who knows about, like, Quentin Richardson and, well, not Quentin Richardson, who knows Darius Miles that don't play my team? I'll wait.
It's not even that, it's who knows about them, who that plays my team cares about them more than they care about the my team creators. That's
they don't care enough about the content creators. Like, it pisses me off because
my team players, I will say is my team players mostly don't care about it's weird. The my team community and the basketball community, they don't link that much. Like, a my team player would rather watch a my team streamer than an NBA player play my team. Like, if I was to play my team and I don't know, like, just a random NBA player that's pretty good, like a 15-point game NBA player, streamed at the same time playing my team fans, I would have 10 times more viewers than them, because my team specific fans would rather watch me play my team. But, like, obviously they'd rather watch him play basketball than me play basketball, obviously, but they'd rather watch, say, me, yourself, Henry, Ty. He'd rather watch us play my team than these basketball players play my team. And 2K don't seem to realize that. Where it's like, these guys have fans because they're good at basketball. Because they're good at basketball doesn't mean people want to watch them play 2K. And vice versa, like, nobody wants to watch me play basketball. I'm a moderately good basketball player. No one wants to watch me play basketball. People want to watch me talk about a video game. And, like, they don't know what their target audience wants. Like, that's a huge thing. It's a huge problem with it all.
Well,
they're
I mean,
pissing away money.
Like, having a basketball player in the 250k like final stream, like, what is that providing? Like, they're not gonna have insight in the game. Like, real life basketball knowledge and 2K are vastly different things.
Very.
Like, who's running around in real life basketball, speed boost glitching, hitting quick stops? Like, that doesn't exist in real life.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't, and that's like a big reason why I feel whatever. Once they had Henry on, who knew what he was talking about, thankfully, for the final. But, like, during the whole tournament, 2K would have like 2,000 viewers, and, like, I was peaking at like 6,000. I'm Just Isaac was peaking at like 4,000. So, like, we were having like 10,000 between both of us. And then 2K, because 2K streamed, they didn't even know the names of the players. They were calling Ty Debo, whose name is Two-Way Rocco. They were calling him Rocco. They were calling Splash New Edition Flash. They were calling him New Edition. They were calling him New Edition. It was New Edition versus Rocco in the final. And it was like Ty versus Splash. Like, they're the two biggest names, and they were calling them New Edition versus Rocco. Like,
they're not in touch. They're not in touch with the community at all. That's truly how I feel.
I'm just
they're lost on the touch, and I feel like they're mostly just focused on, like, they're kind of like, they have an ego.
I'm not gonna say it. I haven't spoken to them. I've spoke to everyone I've spoke to in 2K is lovely. Like, I spoke to I had a call with Constant last year. Lovely. Don't have a bad word to say about him. Like, I don't have a bad word to say about any of these people, but there's obviously just something going on. They just don't realize what their target audience wants. Like, they're trying so hard to bring in, like, players and that don't already play my team, that all they're doing is pushing people away that currently play the mode, pushing them away. And
it's like pushing everybody away for a minute.
Like, they don't realize, like, how many new players, for example, like guys like myself and Ty have brought into the mode, because we, like, specifically are like, don't open packs. They're like, you're automatically doing a bad thing, and it's like, we've brought in X amount of players into the mode. Like, is the purpose of your video game not at the end of the day to have as many people playing as possible?
It's not even to have fun at this point.
No, it's to get people to open packs. If they think they can push, if they think they can convince you to convince your audience to open packs, they will do whatever they can to help that.
Right.
They don't want to help people grow. They want people to help others to influence people to open packs, and that's the annoying thing about it.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
And
it's a money thing with them.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate, but sure. Look, I've said, sure, Dale, you've been in my streams. I've said all of this publicly so many times that.
Yes, you have. But when there's money to be made, you know.
There is. Like I understand why they do it. I do understand why they do it. Money makes the world go round at the end of the day. It's still frustrating from the perspective of a lot of content creators. It is still frustrating, but we understand why they do it. Like I fully understand why 2K have no interest in linking with me. I fully I'm pretty sure view wise I'm the largest myteam creator by double the views of the next in terms of monthly views. But I fully understand why they're like they will push other people, do whatever they can to push other people ahead of me. Like I fully understand why they would try to do that.
Because they don't have anything for themselves, and they just don't they are so out of touch. Let me tell you how out of touch they are. When I tell you I tried to leave my imprint on my team, this is back when Two Bros was still like the dev. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and everybody hated. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody hated when I sat here and I said to my team, like yo, the 2K community really sucks. But
it does to an extent.
All right. But when I was trying to leave my imprint on my team and be like, hey yo, like the stuff that y'all doing right now, like why are y'all extending the 5 out to where like it's unusable? You do realize that was the most popular thing in 2K19, so why are you messing with it in 2K20? Like it's really not an issue. And ISO ball at this time is actually the most popular and the only thing in the game that creates a skill gap. So I'm sitting there trying to talk to Rob about all of this stuff, and he would get upset at me. He got upset at everything. But at the same time, myteam producers can't have nothing to do with gameplay. Like that's the Mike Wang. But like Robbie will get upset at everything anyone says. He got upset.
Like, we both know that. Okay, so we've got one last section to do. We are now into our overrated or underrated section. I'm going to give Dale and Ambish, I'm going to give both of you guys chances to answer this. First question. Our first topic, we have got 2K19 Opal Shack. Ambish, overrated or underrated?
Damn, you asking me and I'll publicize that card.
Yep.
Yo, 2K19 Galaxy Opal Shack. I'm gonna say it's hard to say whether it's overrated or underrated. Because I'm not gonna lie, like I think that is like the first center that that's the first time everybody realized that you could dribble with a center like a guard, right?
Yeah.
I would have to say that that Shack it's hard. Can I say neither? Like, I think that Shack deserves that respect because that is the first time everybody really saw like a big man being used truly as a point guard in that fashion. And that is the reason why I think that ever since then, that's when everybody started really going haywire with, hey, yo, I'm going to make like Shaq my point guard and Giannis my 2. And you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's when everything really got really out of hand at that point.
Yeah, I think. All right, Dale, go ahead. Yours.
Well, I wasn't like really playing my team back then, so I'm just kind of gonna have to go off like gameplays I've seen and stuff. I'm not a big fan of like out of position stuff, so I'm just gonna say overrated based on that. I just the whole 7-foot point guards and all that. I'm not really into it. It's a little bit of fun, I guess, but
I think that specific card might have been one of the biggest reasons for position locks.
I think so too.
So like you're saying you like position locks, but you also don't like the card that's probably him and that Diamond AK were the two biggest reasons that year for position locks. And Giannis. Like people could argue Giannis played point guard at times, but no one could argue AK or Galaxy Opal Shaq were playing point guard. Or Shaq was ever playing point guard.
Karolinko was at everybody's 2. He was at my 2 mostly for the whole year in 2K19.
Base 11.
Like base 11, shooting over people. Like, yo, like If you weren't there for the beginning of that shot, it was green.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it was disgusting.
Yeah, like 2K19 was one of the most. Those base 11 guys might be the most fun guys to ever play with. Hito Turkaloo, Danny Granger. Hito had the best. He was the best dribbler. Actually, you were a dribble guy. Hito was the best dribbler in the game as well, wasn't he?
He wasn't the best dribbler, but he did have a lot of really good stuff. And I'll be really honest with you. I feel like the best, like the person with the best, like animations in 2K19 was actually Diamond Gordon Hayward.
Oh yeah, I remember you said that. He was unless you were a dribbler, an ISO player, he sucked. He sucked at everything else.
Yo, he was so good if you knew how to dribble. Like Gordon Hayward had the best one, and besides him, my favorite player in 2K19 was that Diamond MPJ. That Diamond Michael Porter Jr.
He was unreal.
Guard me. Oh my God, bro.
Dale, I assume you didn't play a lot, but I assume you know about that MPJ.
I know about him though. I know that even I know enough about him to know that like if they drop another retro, like I want MPJ in there.
He was everybody's point guard. If they drop another retro set, they have to make him point guard because no one ran him anywhere but point guard. He was everyone's 6'10" demigod dribbling point guard.
Literally.
He was 2K19 is still S tier in my team games. It's still the best my team has ever been.
That's how I feel. And people look at me crazy when I sit down. I'd be like, yo, 2K19 is to me is the best my team so far. Like I had the most fun with that game.
I think every my team player that played through 19 will say, if we could get 19's gameplay back with the way my team is right now, it would be as fun, probably the most fun 2K ever. Because we have so much more stuff to do now. 19 was like the start of them giving new stuff to do. Like, remember how bad like 18 and 17 were compared to 19? In terms of like the stuff to do.
I have fun with 17. 17 was cool, but also like a lot of it was that. I feel like that was when. Nah, I'm not gonna say that's when they got money hungry because 2K16 was bad.
2K16 was the worst my team experience ever. Are you on the same boat with me?
Ever.
Oh, I'm not the only one. I got killed for saying that last week.
Remember Diamond Carmelo Anthony? There was only one in the auction house and it went for like 10 mil.
Yeah, do you remember Low spin 7.4 million for Kyrie Irving?
On Kyrie Irving. Yo, I had an Amethyst Kobe and I actually put the bid up to 900K on purpose because I knew somebody was going to outbid me. And they actually did it. And then that Kobe sucked. And then they brought out a diamond one. And we was using, I think, 2 diamond ones. Actually. You know what I'm saying?
Was there 2 or 3? There might have been 3 diamond Kobe's. There was a 99 overall one, which sucked.
Yeah, that one sucked.
The MVP Kobe. And then there was the Froby. Was Froby an amethyst? There was either 2 or 3 diamond. I'm not sure if Froby was a diamond or amethyst. Either way, whatever.
He had a few diamond ones, and there was like 2 of them that were really good. The 99 when he was old, without athleticism, I know that one wasn't really that crazy. But the other, I think the 98 was the best.
Yeah, it was the MVP Kobe. That card was unbelievable. So we are going to move on, and this is something that I'm kind of interested in from all of us because we've all kind of dabbled with both, and it's Twitch streaming compared to YouTube streaming, or say not YouTube streaming, YouTube videos. So I'm gonna let you start on this one. So like, what do you feel is the difference between, like, you've obviously done a little bit of each of them.
So wait, what exactly are you asking is overrated about this or underrated?
So a lot of people will say like they kind of prefer the kind of interaction with Twitch streaming rather than YouTube videos. Do you think that type of interaction, because the more kind of personal aspect of it is the reason why a lot of people say they prefer streaming to making videos. Do you think that type of personal aspect, why people prefer that, is overrated or underrated?
I don't think it's overrated necessarily. I think as a consumer, like Twitch is probably better as a whole if you get that like personability factor. Like if you're in a stream with a streamer, you know, who's interacting with chat, and you know you're getting your messages read, they're talking to you, everyone's having a good time. Like I don't think that's necessarily overrated. But if you're in like a Twitch stream, like the the streamer's got like 5K plus viewers. There's no real interactivity. I mean, you might as well be just watching a 30-minute YouTube video at that point rather than sitting around. I think like to pull off that kind of level, like you have to be like super entertaining. Otherwise, I just find it kind of boring. But I think like as a whole, they also kind of work hand in hand. If you're looking for growth, if that makes sense. Like I think it's a lot easier to grow on YouTube than it is Twitch, I would say. That aspect.
Yeah. So Bish, this year, because I know you're very much a streamer first and YouTube sometimes.
I mean, bro, like I'm gonna be honest with you. Like I still feel like Twitch is still underrated to this day. YouTube is just a bigger platform, and you can make more money off of it, obviously. But I'm gonna be honest with you. How much has money really been my motivator since you really met me?
Not at all, because I reckon when you were booming on YouTube back in 19, if you had have rode that momentum.
Like, yo, like, I was the face of the fucking game. I was literally the face of my team by the end of the year in 2K19. Like, and I ended up trying to go to Park, and that's why I was getting hacked a lot, because I started playing Park a lot more. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, money is not like a super big motivator to me. It motivates, but it's not like that. And I would rather stream on Twitch because that is what's fun to me, interacting with people every day. You know what I'm saying? Getting to know people and making people laugh in real time. You know what I'm saying? Rather than me sitting down making a YouTube video on something that, to be honest with you, I probably don't even want to do, because with my team, I know, like, while I was doing it, I wasn't always really wanting to make these YouTube videos. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I did it because I was forcing myself. You know what I'm saying? But the most fun that I had was when I was uploading the most. You know what I'm saying? Twitch is something I could kind of live without, as far as like me being I can't live without, as far as like me being a content creator. YouTube, as far as like, you know, uploading content on that, I could live without that. You know what I'm saying? I could live without ever being a YouTuber, but as far as like Twitch, I can't. And it probably shows in like my plans that I have for after my music takes off, like me never even wanting to leave the platform instead. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, like I'm gonna say it's overrated to an extent with Twitch streaming, because I never really got to the stage with streaming where you know, when you're kind of like 100, 150 viewers around that, where you're constantly interacting with chat, you can read nearly every message when you're at that stage. I never really got to that stage on Twitch. So like within about a month of me starting, I was having over 1,000 viewers just spamming stuff in chat. And then obviously I stopped for a couple of months, and then since Christmas I've been averaging about 2,500. I've peaked at like 2,500 nearly every stream I've done. So it's like, for me, it's hard. That interaction thing that a lot of people have from streaming just has never really been there. I do enjoy it because I just meme on stream. Like, that's just the way I have to interact and chat. Like, I'll do things on stream. Most of like the YouTube channel memes start off on stream, and it's kind of like an inside joke between people that are watching the streams. But it's one of those just kind of weird situations where, like, the thing that draws a lot of people into streaming when they first start just wasn't really there for me. But I do enjoy streaming. I love what I've been doing right now with streaming, which is like streaming on occasion. So streaming on big content drops, streaming whenever something big is happening. So I can make my streams feel like, for me, I can get myself more up for them because they're kind of like an event, and more people will come to the streams for that reason. But I really like what I've done with that type of streaming. But for me, I much prefer making videos than streaming. I much prefer thinking of content, thinking of ideas, thinking of thumbnails, how I'm going to title the videos, what I'm looking to do, thinking of ideas, and also maybe working for an hour or two, switching off for an hour, thinking of stuff, and then getting back and working again. Because when you're streaming, you can't really turn off your stream every hour for an hour and then go back. So for me, just the way my brain works, streaming constantly is something that I can't, or streaming consistently is something I don't think I could do. And it would take kind of any sort of like the mini bit of magic out of the DBG streams. Like every Friday, people wake up spamming me for messages. When are you streaming? When are you streaming? Because they're waiting for the DBG content stream. Anytime there's a big event in my team, they're waiting for me to stream it. So
because that's what they're used to.
That's what they're used to, but they're only used to on specific events. And I think that for me, it's hard for me to stream, because if you were in my streams at the start of the year, I was just exhausted. I was waking up, rolling out of bed, being like, oh, I have to stream. And now it's like, okay, I stream occasionally because I want to. But I don't know. But for me, I just can never get my head around the whole consistent just stream to stream. Unless, like, I'll stream if I have a reason to. Like, I know, obviously, Ambish, you stream every day. So you pick a game, you go and stream. And for me, I just can't wire my brain like that because of YouTube. And it's like, you can't just make a video being like, I played NBA 2K. You have to give yourself, it has to be like a reason for playing 2K. And that's the way I feel always with streaming. So I'm just constantly in the YouTube, what'll get clicks, clickbait mode. And for that, I haven't really been able to, not even enjoy streaming, but for me, just streaming as a whole, a lot of people talk about how much more fun it is than a video. I probably would prefer just making a video, to be honest.
I think that's exactly what it is, though. I think you just haven't been able to really enjoy your time, like, streaming, because you have been so, like, focused and, like, been wrapped in the idea of, like, you know, what comes with YouTube. I can understand that, right? I like streaming because it's more fun. And as far as, like, gaming, there's actually times where I don't play games at all. I think my last 2 streams didn't have any games in it at all. Probably haven't played a game in a week, honestly. But I enjoy more than 2K. You know what I'm saying? And I enjoy, like, I have made my stream about me and not about the game. You know what I'm saying? And I've made, like, a consistent effort on that the last few years. I think ever since 2K17, you know what I'm saying? I would probably want to say, I want to say maybe 18, who knows? But I've started making it an effort to make my stream a lot more about me, which is why half the time, if you ever see me on Twitch, you'll probably see me on Just Chatting first. And then on maybe after Just Chatting, you'll probably see me in a weird game that's not 2K that you might not even recognize at first. You know what I'm saying? But I've made my stream about me. So, like, playing games is something that I do if I feel like it. Yeah. If 2K is not good, I won't play it.
Yeah, like, we're completely different. My streams are about the game. Like, I'll be completely honest. Like, there's 99% of my viewers watch me for 2K, and I'm good with that. I'm perfectly good with that.
Yeah, I wasn't okay with that. Yeah. That's why I switched.
So,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay, change topic. Texas. Ooh. Dale, overrated or underrated?
I mean, I've never been there, so I don't know if I can really say overrated or underrated.
Pick one.
Pick one.
I don't know. I'm gonna say underrated. You know, they get good tax breaks over in that state.
Talk about it.
I hate you.
But I've never been there, so
there's a reason for that. I'm gonna say overrated because when they got a bit of snow, they reacted worse than Ireland.
Oh my God, they're not built for it. What is wrong with you?
We don't have stuff built for snow either, and we didn't react that badly.
Bro,
I mean, we did do very well.
Yes, but our whole country didn't. Actually, it did shut down. But our electricity didn't shut down. Our electricity didn't shut down.
It was literally, like, it was actually an icicle. Like, I remember looking outside, like, walking outside and seeing, it's not like the trees didn't have leaves. They had leaves. I looked at grass and ice. You ever seen grass and ice? That's weird. Yeah. Watching trees with leaves on them be encased in ice, I actually felt like I was walking in a winter wonderland. And in Texas is not built for ice roads. People were driving on ice, and there ended up being like 20 car pileups because these, like, snow tires aren't even really a thing here. And the way that they do the roads, man, there was barely electricity and hot water.
Just not bring up the salt. It's the salt, isn't it, Dale? The salt.
Yeah. Just bring out the salt. Yeah.
Do you not remember when the snowstorm happened here? We literally, like, ran out of salt.
Yeah, our country ran out of salt.
Like, you couldn't get it anywhere.
There was no salt left in Ireland.
That's crazy. Like they got priority areas that wasn't losing power. Everybody else rolling blackouts. People people pets was dying.
We went.
You know what I'm saying?
We went to the. Did you go to the pub at all, Dale?
During the really
During the
bad
snow, yeah.
snowstorms? God no.
Oh, basically, I went down to the local pub and they ran out of beer at like 2:00 in the morning. So what ended up happening was just a bunch of drunk people on the streets covered in snow having a giant snowball fight, and that happened every night. That's how Irish people react. They'll drink their way through whatever. Like if Irish people were in Texas, it would have been just people drinking in their own houses and running out for snowball fights.
I'm not gonna lie, I just smoked my whole way through it.
Is that not a normal day in the life of AMBISH?
Yes, that is a normal day. But when you have no power, you know what I'm saying? Yo, I actually finessed. Was it Walmart? They brought me some of the wrong stuff, and then they just ended up bringing the entire order back because I told them that they brought me the wrong thing. I didn't ask for my money back. I just asked for the food. So I had extra food lined up. I was good in the food department. But when you got no power, you can't do nothing. Like I can't play 2K when the power is out. You know what I'm saying? I can't touch my PS5 when the power is out. You know what I'm saying? Like figuratively speaking, for like people who would be in this position, and it's like all I was doing that was really keeping me sane, I roll a blunt up, I hit it, I probably roll 2. And I listen to music, you know what I'm saying? Because I had a portable charger. Yeah. Keep my phone charged, and I would sit there and relax, like in my own space. That was my way to cope until the power came back on. Yeah, I was completely fine.
I'd have no idea. I have no idea with that, obviously. That activity is illegal in Ireland, so I would have no idea. So you're going to say Texas is underrated, are you?
Oh, absolutely. Like, coming from New York, I'm from Brooklyn, okay? I didn't think nowhere was better than New York. So me coming here, first of all, was better for my business. Yes, it's easier on the taxes. But I mean, like, the weather here, I'm so accustomed to cold weather 75% of the year and it being nice only 25%. Or maybe less than that, because it's actually only hot maybe 2 months, 3 months out the year. I'd probably say 2. You know what I'm saying? Because it starts getting a little breezy when it hit August and September. But yeah, Texas, as far as I'm concerned, this is like where I'm comfortable. I've never been more comfortable, like living in places. I've lived in 3 different states between New York, New Jersey, and Texas, and I love it here, bro. Like I'm in the cap, like what? Not the capital, but I am in probably like the most. Not most popular. Do they call it the capital of Texas? Like,
are you in Austin?
Me being in Austin.
Is Houston not the capital of Texas?
Nah, it would be Austin. Houston, I was gonna say, is the more urban.
Oh, it's Austin.
Part.
It's Austin. You're right.
Probably it's Austin,
Is it?
But Houston, Austin's I know where I'm at.
I'm wrong. Yeah.
I know where I'm at. Austin is streamer town, and that's cool, but it's more than just Austin. Like Houston is so like amazing, bro, and I want to be able to tap in there too. Houston is a big city. That's a big place, and that's not that is me talking about how much I really want to like tap in with them, and they're not even part of Austin. Okay. I think Texas is underrated.
Okay. NBA 2K21. Dale, I'm gonna give you first. Underrated or overrated?
Is there an option where I can just say trash?
No. Underrated or overrated?
Oh my god, bro.
Underrated or overrated?
Well, it's not underrated because the game sucks. Like,
okay.
But I don't think it's really overrated because no one's gassing it up. We all know the game, it sucks. The content's good. I would say the content is underrated.
Bish.
The game itself is
2K21 is overrated, bro. 2K21 is overrated like hell.
2K21 is the most underrated menu simulator and offline 2K of all time. If you play offline and you just like to work the menus, it is the greatest 2K in history. If you play offline, it's the greatest 2K in history.
Yep.
So it's better than 20 and it's better than 18.
But no one likes playing offline. That's the problem.
I like playing offline.
Like, who wants to just sit there and play offline all day? Like,
me.
Yo, that is so. I hate you for this.
Me, it's underrated because it has one thing that it does really well. Everyone says it's bad at everything. It's good for offline, so it's underrated because it's better than people think in that one specific thing. Online, the game sucks, but it's not and the menus are good. I like going through the menus and stuff. It's a good menu simulation. I like my menu simulation streams are great. Like it's a really the menu.
It sounds like you'd be more suited to just taking your talents to like my league at this point.
I mean that's where I started off. Like, so I started
it's offline and a bunch of menus.
Yeah, I don't want to actually play the game. Who wants to play the game?
No one. That's
definitely not me. I ain't gonna lie.
I love
definitely not me.
I enjoy booting up NBA 2K21, but I don't enjoy playing NBA 2K21. There's a difference. Like I used to play my league, like even back into the 2K14, 15 days. I used to play my league, and I used to just rebuild teams. I never played the game. I just rebuilt the teams. I love the menus. I love all that stuff.
Bro, like
it's a great menu game.
I don't know. Like, do you? I'm gonna ask y'all a serious question. Do y'all honestly feel like there was a reason to hold things back from the console switch? Because they made the console switch made it seem like it was going to be a big thing. Do y'all think that was overrated?
No, because they tried and failed. Like, they tried to change everything. Like, 2K thought we're not going to do a FIFA and copy and paste it because it was so successful in 2K14. Like 2K14 PS3 to PS4 jump was so successful, so 2K I'm almost certain this is where I very rarely give 2K props. I give 2K props for trying something new, but it was a disaster. It was a disaster.
Yeah, but
was it really new though?
Yeah, they're like bringing in like the city, a load of different things. They tried.
I don't feel like the city is new, but that's just
me.
Like
a lot of the concepts in the city. I'm gonna say they tried. They failed, but they tried. The My League, My GM merger was a thing. WNBA, My Career. They tried. They just failed.
I think a lot of what is brought in on PS5 could have been on the PS4.
That's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. Like,
you could argue maybe the city, but
the city couldn't. The city couldn't. The city's too big.
Yeah, but that's not because it can't be ran on the PS4. It's because the game is poorly optimized. Yeah. Because why can a PS4 run Red Dead Redemption and GTA flawlessly, but you're telling me it can't run a city where most of the buildings aren't even interactive? Like,
absolutely.
Yeah. That's just my I don't know.
One thing I'm gonna say, built from the ground up animations is not true. They're the same animations. They're all the same.
Like this is what I'm saying. Like, let's be real about this here. Like, every single thing that they put on PS5 could have been on PS4.
I agree with that.
Like that's purely how I feel. Like the whole console switch. Everybody went and bought a PS5 for no reason. I bought a PS5 thinking that I was gonna be on 2K because I really planned on playing it this year. I wasted my money, you know what I'm saying, on buying a PS5. I didn't have to buy one. I could have kept that money in my pocket. I could have went on vacation with that money, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, me, like the whole, being honest with you, the city, even I think that almost any content creator you talk to about who like the governors was a waste of time. It was. They tried. It was all implemented terribly, but they tried. They didn't try because I'm not going to sit there and say that they tried to do something with this whole governor thing when they don't even give somebody they don't even let somebody impact like any like they do not give content creators any power.
They can change the courts. They changed the courts. They changed a bunch of stuff. They're not going to get actual power in the game. They were never going to do that. But they Troy Dan made his courts Lakers courts. Like that's the most power 2K are gonna give. They'll give the mayor,
and that's
they let them play
where the problem starts. That's where the problem starts when you feel like, oh well, that's how much they're gonna give. But that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not that. We know that it's wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just like we know that the way that everything is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just kind of accepts it for what it is. But like, it's just it can't be that.
Like I'm gonna.
You know what I'm saying?
Like I don't like. I'm going to be one of 2K's number one critics, but I think the mayor thing was the fact that nobody played the game. Like, I don't, like, what more did you expect? And they just have power over how their section looks like. Like, they can't really change anything.
you don't feel like there could have been like more done with like making people mayor of, you know what I'm saying? There should have been like competitions or like just letting them have an impact on the game. Like, yo, you make people the face of a park and then they can't do anything. Like they don't have any influence on decisions really.
But
like nothing.
But like decisions for the gameplay isn't up to the content creators. Like, no offense, like to us, but like, why is for example my impact on a game or your impact on a game mean more than, for example, Dale's impact on a game because we've got more followers or because we've gotten more votes for the mayor?
They do that with G-Sice. They do that with.
I know the park guys have ruined the game. Those guys have ruined the game. I've said it plenty of times. They ruined 5v5. Their input to next gen ruined the game.
I think that like, yo, all right, so for depending on who it is, right?
I don't want them to get more input. They've already broke the game. They've already ruined the game. I don't want those guys to get more impact because they've already ruined it. They already ruined 5v5.
What I think is, first of all, my team should have already had their own sliders. So I'm not going to sit there and say that park guys ruined the game. Because in all honesty, bro,
they changed how players move. Players move too fast for the defense now.
I'm not gonna lie, like, yo, these guys are way more skilled than my team players, and I didn't start getting better at my team till I started playing park.
But it's not, that's not the problem. The problem is that you can jab step and glitch by the AI now because of what their impact. Like, Dale, you can back
jab step and glitch by the AI. The AI defense is AIDS.
No, it's not. Dale, Dale,
and not on next gen. Not on next gen.
Can you score a wide open dunk 100% of the time on the AI? On next gen,
literally just do that or two step back.
You literally jab step and go the opposite direction, and you burst by the AI because the park guys complain about the game being too slow. So now offensive players move way faster than defensive players move on their first step. No matter what quick first step guys I have, they move faster. So if you've got, and the taller players move faster as well. So if you've got a Kareem or a Wilt or a D-Rob, that you literally can't guard them. You have to send a double team because it's worse than 2K18 blow by animations. The defensive players don't move fast enough. If you off-ball, you're guaranteed to go by them. And if you try on-ball, it doesn't work either. Like, they ruined the game. I don't want the people that ruined the game to have more input. They've already have too much. They've already ruined the game. I loved next gen. They've already ruined the game.
Like I said, there is input, that a lot of input, and I've seen it that comes.
Jesus doesn't even play the game anymore.
Whether it's G or annoying, if he don't play the game this year, that's hilarious. And
they don't even play the game anymore.
But I have seen a lot of influence come from them too. So it's not like, and others too. So it's not like they don't go to certain specific content.
They do. People that don't play the game annoying. You know what I'm saying? Annoying's blowing up, but not off 2K. Annoying, huge streamer.
True.
But his views drop when he plays 2K. G-Size, no offense to him, has been less relevant than me since he got first 99. The game sucks.
I don't know if you said less relevant than. I'm confused. Are you not one of the biggest content creators for 2K right now?
Yeah, but they won't ever come to me to ask for the gameplay advice. Like, yeah, but in terms of my team views, I probably
feel like comparing G to you when you arguably the biggest guy on my team right now is kind of hard because G is huge.
Like in
you know what I'm saying? I think in the pro-am scene and in the park scene, like G is huge.
But like, okay, but like, there's more to the game. Like the pro-am guy, not even the pro-am guys. They hate pro-am on next gen as well. The park guys ruined pro-am.
I personally believe, like, look at everything that is on PS5, bro. They brought over animations. You could sit there and say it's the city, but it's really the park with more buildings in it. Like, they spaced out the park. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what are you really bringing? Like, what makes 2K so different? We could sit there and tell you for years that what you really got to do is actually make it free, since you want to make everybody pay for the game when they get it anyway. Honestly, just make it free and then have like different seasons.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? That's what it's within the next 5 years that's gonna happen.
That's what we've been sitting here telling them for probably the last 3 or 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it supposed to take 10 years to implement an easy idea? You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing when it comes to contracts and all that other stuff. Like, dog, what? What are we doing? everything that, like, yo, there's so much that they could have capitalized on this year. Are you serious? Something as simple as contracts. You're literally paying to play because you have contracts in the game.
Oh yeah, my team. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
You know
know
what
why
I'm saying?
that's still a thing.
That's stupid.
No, nobody knows. You know what I'm saying?
It's pack filler. It's pack filler. That's what it is.
It's frustrating. It's very frustrating to sit there and look at that and be like, yo, like,
I think
y'all have lost. Good.
Contracts should be like FIFA, where you get like 3 contracts per pack, and they're plus 25 games for every contract.
I was just about to bring that up. It's like they're still in FIFA, but you get vastly more.
But like, you lose if you've got a full Galaxy Opal team and you buy contracts with MT, you lose MT for every game you play. Like, you cannot make more. You can, because it caps it at 1200 MT. Like, it literally caps you. If you make 2000 MT in a game but win by 200 points, the game only gives you 1200. If you play with if you play with a full team of pink diamonds or higher, you literally will make. You cannot profit from playing the game of my team. From playing a game. Just crazy.
I can't imagine. Like, I just feel like playing 2K right now is just a chore for me.
Yeah,
which is why
I just play offline, so I like it. Anyway, last up to end this. Galaxy Opal Jeremy Lin, overrated or underrated? I'm gonna leave Ambish to this one.
Oh, you let me answer this one?
Yeah. Galaxy Opal Jeremy Lin, underrated or overrated?
Hey man, that card is so underrated, bro. What do you mean? That card is great. You know how many people use that card?
I mean, they went crazy over that card. People like that's the card that got the community. The community went crazy over that card. It was like Pink Diamond.
I went trending over that card.
Yeah.
I was trending on Twitter over Jeremy Lin. I need to meet him and tell him thank you. I actually really do want to meet him one day.
So we're going with underrated for Jeremy Lin. So yeah, that is it. We've been about an hour and 40 minutes, an hour and 50 minutes. It's kind of been crazy. Thanks for coming on, Ambish. So hopefully some of you guys that only know him as that guy who shouted at everybody during a Jeremy Lin stream might know him as something a bit different now. So
true.
Definitely. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Any of you guys want to say anything to end it?
I was just gonna say thank you for having me on, bro. I'm glad that, like, yo, you, like, out of everybody, you know what I'm saying? I think when it comes to the 2K community, I can actually say that you're one of my real friends. Like, yeah. And I see you constantly, like, really make an effort to really show people that, like, yo, like, he is way better than, like, whatever y'all think he is, because he's not a bad guy, and I'm not.
No.
I like to make people laugh.
No, like,
I chill and I smoke.
Like, I don't think that it was a good look, any of those streams, and I'll say that to you, but at the same time, it's like, I've known you for years. I've met you in person where it's like, I'll always be like, even though I'll still joke about it, it's just like, one, I didn't think it was that serious, and two, it's like, a million people have done a million times worse, and I've kind of like gotten away. I've kind of gotten away with it. Like, why? Actually, one last question. Why do you think people cared so much about that? Because we have got people that have been allegedly accused of it, but not confirmed, allegedly beating their wife. We've had somebody in the community that sent their sex tape to a 14-year-old. We have had somebody in the community who's currently in prison for life because he killed his sister over ruffles. And people have forgotten about, well, obviously, one of them's in jail for life. People have forgiven the first two that I mentioned. But people haven't forgiven you about a Jeremy Lin locker code. Why is it that you think people are like, they've forgiven things that are 10 times worse, and there's stuff that I can't even remember. Like, in terms of my team drama, it might be the most minor reason for drama, but it's probably the biggest my team drama has ever been. Why is it?
Because of everybody involved. For you, it wasn't that big because you didn't understand it, just like how a lot of other people didn't.
No, but I mean, to this day, like, it's not even the Los, the Cash fans. Like, I understand for them, but it's like the new people into my team, like the people that wouldn't have known you guys and don't even know who do not even know who or what a Los Pollos is. Those guys somehow still, like, those guys still will remember that event over any. I'm still to this day will remember that event. Why is it that you think it stuck out so much in people's memory? Like, it wasn't even
You
the
know
viewers.
what?
There's been so many bigger My Team streams that people just forgot about.
Yo, like, so it's everybody that was involved. Los was involved, Cash was involved, Zach was involved. So first of all, like, Too Hype being a part of it, you know what I'm saying, was already gonna be like a big thing.
But like
you know what I'm
these
saying?
guys aren't.
Like, and it was like, and it was unintentional.
But like these
You
guys
know what I'm
aren't
saying?
relevant anymore in terms of the specific people that watch My Team now. A
Right.
lot of them don't know who Too Hype are. A lot of them don't know who Los is. So I'm always really confused about why they remember your situation so specifically. Like, I understand the people from back 5 years ago why they remember, but it's a weird one that it's people remember that now.
So when you gotta understand the influence that those content creators have on the whole community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The people that I was cool with was literally like the faces of the 2K community. You know what I'm saying? And when I got wrong, then I spoke about it. In addition to me saying on a big ass stream that nigga, the 2K community sucks. That's just a backlash. You know what I'm saying? Even though like what I'm saying is the same thing that everybody else says, right? It wasn't a time where everybody was ready to hear it, so I got clowned on for it, and I get backlash for it. But in reality, I just said the same thing that everybody else says and is unwilling to say in that kind of environment. But I was, right? In addition to, like, Cash was brought up, Zach was brought up, Los was brought up, Chenny was brought up, like it was a lot of people that was brought up. OVO was big on the situation, and like, yo, when OVO started posting news, and everybody else was also in on the situation because the whole 2K community at that point was invested. You know what I'm saying? Some people just wanted to put the videos out and do things for their own clout, for their own videos. It was people I didn't even know that were making videos about me, and it's because I was invested into this situation with all of these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Cash wasn't involved, if Los wasn't involved, if OVO wasn't involved, do you think, like, if Zach wasn't involved, do you think people would really care?
I would say no, but all the mad stuff started before all of that.
And nah, the madness, that was only about the card. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? At first, people was wilding only about the card.
But like,
what happened in that?
I know all the other stuff that happened, and like at the time, that's what you might think people were harping on. But to this day, people still just talk about the card. Like, what people remember is the card part of it. Like, everyone's forgot about what happened with Lowe's, what happened with Cash, what happened with OVO. Like,
you think so?
A year later, everyone's forgot. Like, I'm talking about just specific My Team, the new My Team community, not the old My Team community that would have been fans of those guys. The new ones that kind of grew up starting to watch the DBGs and the HTBs. Those guys are still fixated on the card. And I'm always just baffled at how it's still so relevant to this day.
It doesn't. It really doesn't matter. Like, it really doesn't matter. It's also like, think of your like I want to say the age group of your fan base. That'll matter to them, because things like that, when it comes to like situations like that, it's like it doesn't matter. But if that's all that they know me for, and that's all that's in their faces, that's the propaganda that they dealing with. Yo, Ambish is a bad guy. You know what I'm saying? And they see me screaming and shouting and all of this stuff. If people are out there saying I'm a bad guy and that's all that they see, then that's all that they know. They don't like, research is for adults. Like, kids not going to do no research in that regard. They only research things that they care about. If they don't have a reason to care about me first, why would they do that? They just going to go based off of, hey, yo, Ambish is a bad person. I bet, screw him. You know what I'm saying? Wow, I still have kids coming in my stream every now and then, but I ignore it because who cares? Like, if you care about that Jeremy Lin card in 2K21 when in 2K20 nobody even played with it, that's your own fault. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like, people that hold on to that, for the most part, I would assume they're kids, because there's nothing. What else would you really be mad at me for?
That's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
You're probably right with that. So, yeah, we're going to leave it there. Huge thank you, Dale and Bish, for coming on again. And as always, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe.
I think you only love me cause I'm poppin'. This a layup, this a rebound, then it's robbing. Tyson with the fade, not the hair, my hand.